So tuli mu women's month. Omwezi guno gw'abakyala tugumazeeko. Nabagamba buli kugenda nga tukola ki tusiibula kati bw'oba toli up to date bwelinda 31st December olyoka ocheckinga omwaka nga tolina nkulakulana yonna. So women's month twagwayo ng'omwezi okusomesa abakyala what they call emotional recovery, okudda mwoyo, okwezza mwoyo, olw'ensonga nti tumala kizuula nti abakyala batawanyizibwa in the mind because of love. You just see what we are in the heart. So oba toteredde mwoyo oba oba kiteredde mu byomukwano, emirimu gitawaana, awaka watawaana, okyawa abantu, weekyawako wenyini, ofuna omutima omubi n'ettima kubanga toteredde. So that is the aim of the Ladies Guide channel on YouTube and the Ladies Guide page, Mariam Nakuja. Ndabe nti mbawa alondamu analondamu. Nebaza nnyo okuba nti abantu bajja ne bampandikira kati nga bafunye answers. I'm so excited about it. People go and watch those videos on YouTube. Nanga Mariam wanyamba. Mbaddewa. So it takes time and diligence as well as commitment for someone to wake up. Kati waba onfunye nga kirabo ne mutankozesa, it is your loss. Nze jasigala nga mpeereza. In partnership with the Short and Tell, Mariam Nakuja is one of our counselors on this channel and on this page. So kwatagana wa Sheraton mungeri nyingi nnyo okulaba nti batuusaako ensonga zino. Sheraton Hotel is a 5-star hotel that takes care of your emotional needs. Baagala nnyo kye bakola mu social arena y'abantu. Era they have a saying, there is always something for everyone. Nga buzze bakuketaringira. Oyina birthday party, oyina wedding, oyina bridal shower. Do you want to say I do? Or are you feeling like wedding your loved one? Do you want to propose? Do you want a dinner away with your loved one? Sheraton Hotel is the place to be. Muiteyoko kubanga they have amazing packages. They have sundowners, at only 20,000 shillings. You can enjoy kachai. I know you get gamba irabu. Kachai can be twice. Wakana agandira kachai totally mwenyewe. Temugenda mu kuona kuone. Ogamba abantu nkwagala. Nkwagala kigambo ekyo kinene. I love you. Say it like you mean it. So say it with the Sheraton Hotel. Twina Counselors Masterclass. It's what's keeping me so busy currently. Nsomesa abakyala abagala okufuuka aba counselors, abagala okufuuka aba leaders, abagala okufuuka aba public speakers. Nga gwowuli olako yakola mulimu. Nga labo ogivuddeko tekyali mulimu kati oyagala kwekolako onyumirwe labo obenga obumulira obumulize. We are doing mindset change. We are doing public speaking skills. We are doing presentation skills. We are doing authorship skills. We are teaching you the right books you're supposed to read. Because don't forget, you are the people you meet and the books you read. Not every book is supposed to be read. We train you in groups of 5-5, 6-6, maximum 5, smart. According to your needs. We help you discover your true calling in life, because when you discover your true calling, watch me, it's the beginning of happiness. I always say I'm too happy because I know why I'm on earth and I'm doing it. Nothing matters to me than what I'm doing right now. So tukuyamba okwezuula. Bw'omala okwezuula, mulekera ofuula labo omulimu n'okumenya abantu bemwagala. Lwaki tompulira simu? Ng'oluddewo okujja. Love is not a job. Okay? Love is a relaxation center. Okay? It takes work to have it, but it's not a job. So buli omu abeeko kyakola in this Women's Month. So the masterclass is on. Abagala registeringa. My numbers 772-83-1057. Airtel 075, same code 83-1057. You go to WhatsApp and write to me. Yes, and then we give you a recruitment plan. Happy Women's Month. And as Focus International, the organization I work for, Ladies Guide is just a small branch in Focus International, Women and Youth Network. We guide ladies. we give these programs for women to grow. Growth begins with the mindset you build. So oba oyagala kulaakulana laba ogibeeko nemegifuula mulimu mutuwegatteko tusome tuyige tukole generation endala y'abakazi abafaanana nga nze. Oba olina omuwala wali mu 25 ng'oyagala abeerere mukyala nga njasabiggu, siri mukazi asaaga, siri mukazi wakuzanya. At least I know that it's a process and you build it with training, skilling and time. So once again, you're very welcome. Mwebale kubeerawo. Weeks eziwedde emabega twalaba how to avoid dating losers and liars. Ye week ewedde nga 19, which eno tugenda kutunuulira self-esteem. Twatunuulira ne rejection nga ndiko ntibi mwasuse butya because I put that in a pile. When you've understood how to deal with rejection, you understand how to separate liars, losers, cheaters from the good men. And then lastly, you regain your self-esteem. I guarantee you one thing, emotional recovery. Like this, you're going to wake up. We should not take self-esteem for granted. It builds dreams, it kills dreams if you don't use it well. It builds relationships, it makes you feel the woman you're supposed to be. So when you touch nga tuli mu kwogera recovery of emotions, it will be a disservice. So this month, tuli more on emotional recovery. Mu Luganda, omukyalo okweza obujja, munewulira. Mwabulabula dda, mwatabukatabuka dda, kakati kambaze bujja. And I guarantee you that after these 3 videos, zemulabye, tosobola kuddamu kuba kikimu. Your life is going to change forever and ever. In case it's your very first time on this podcast or on this video, to watch me, to hear me, to relate with me, my name is Mariam, a counseling psychologist and author, a life coach, very passionate about women affairs pertaining relationships. So like the page, share the page, follow the page, subscribe to this channel in case you're watching the replay on the YouTube channel, and share with other people, because we shall have a very wonderful society. Hundreds of people are benefiting from these videos. Hundreds of people are benefiting from this information, and you'll be one of them. So you're very welcome, and keep plugged till the end. I guarantee you, you will never be the same. Previously, twatunuulira how to know somebody is a liar. Are you a liar? Are you dating a liar? Nabamenyera ebintu 10 kwolabira omulimba. Lwaki? Because love is true. Love is trust. I can't trust somebody I don't love. And I can't love somebody I can't trust. Obwesigwa n'okwagala, they are intertwined. Bitambulira wamu, balinga balongo. So oli wagira mu lying, cheating, kitegeeza love gyayogera kutakitegeera. That's another definition, but don't love. So in last week's session, we learned about why you should never give up on true love. Nabagamba true love exists. It takes time to get it, but it is there. Gigolos, liars, abusers, cheaters, tebajja kiri nti mukwano gwonna teguli. Singa oba okunoonyeza. Why are you dating jacks? Bad guys, lwaki bebaddamu kasayiko n'okaddamu n'omala n'ogamba abasajja bonna kyekimu, abakazi bonna bayaayi, they are all gold diggers. There is a problem, okay? Nakibagamba mu video ya wiki ewedde. Twasoma about how to stop repeating these cycles of dating losers and liars. Okweddamu nakibateera ku video eyo. How to spot them, because a cheater is known by its spots. A leopard is known by its stripes. So, binabagamba singola abantu omuntu akiyina, don't be overcrowded by emotions. That is the truth. No matter how long, they will stay liars. So, twamaliza tugamba nti obreaking oja psyche eyo era byonna biri ku video eyo. Oba tewagiraba, oba wasubwa, genda ku Mariam / The Ladies Guide channel you'll find this video for last week. So nakusomesa, take 100% responsibility over your life. Obulamu bwo bwengo omukyala. Kikyolonda, ani olonda, mubigwerawa, tewali gwe bikwatako mu kika kyewamu. Not even your mother. That is your personal decisions. Tujawo excuses. It's all about that. So do the opposite of what took you there. Wobadde ogabira abasajja ssente bajiglos ng'olowooza nti agenda kukwagala ndabagamba tebikola. Abanga mwenda munda muwa ssente abakazi nga basatu mu omusajja w'omusente. It doesn't work. Bw'oba wamanyira okubanga balayers bakulimba olw'endabika oyaganya abasajja abanyirira abakuba and overlook ekituufu tekyakola. Don't repeat the process. Then lastly namaliza mbagamba get some help. Bw'olabanga oli mu relationship entanglements ezitakoma n'abasajja ab'ekika ekyo n'abakazi abayaayi yani abagamba wali male oteekawo female awali female oteekawo male bye bimu. Love is the same. She, he, same. Difference is the content. Get some help. Find a private counselor. Munyumiza olugero lwo tajja kusekerera era tuseka tululya bingi nnyo mukwatagane ajje nga akuzimbazimba. It's a process because emotional healing is not a one-day thing. Tebakulimba nga ntulaawo twogere mu kati yogende. It takes time and then it has to come from within. So that's what we summarized last week. Era namaliza mbagamba bitterness is a perfume that women wear and men smell it a mile away. Obusungu obwana bamanyira teyampasa omusajja bayakuwulidde ddala. Bawuliriza nga olaba omukyala w'abaana omwana ng'akaaba ng'oli ku office n'ogamba omwana waliwo ekitali kituufu ogekwangira mwana wekituufu kiri. That instinct n'abasajja mwana okubanyima ku bakyala akutunulya bwati n'agamba ono alabika ali messed up n'adduka. So today we are trying to put away that bitter perfume, yeah, by how to rebuild your esteem. Ozaawo otyo obulamu bwo. The 6 ways nga relationship eganye, obufumbo buganye, akupromises okuwasa n'akuwa engagement ring abuze, akukozeseza okwanjula tazze, akughostinze tagambye ekigambo kyewamukola abuze bubuzi. How do we regain our self-esteem? So in today's session, you're going to learn the following. If you keep with us to the end. The 5 phases you go through when you're facing a breakup. Ngenda bawa emitendera etano. Human being jaitamu nga yafiiriddwa okwagala obw'omukwano. Omuli divorce, omuli engagement yali broken, omuli omusi eyakulimba n'atakwagala nga bw'oyagala, ayakusibula nga tayogedde n'akughostinga. You go through these 5 phases to emotional recovery. Tugenda kwogera about how to improve your self-esteem after a breakup. Wezaawo otya n'otatta mirimu gy'okola, n'otatta birooto byo bikanyuga wali, omusajja yandikawo mu nnyumba, omusajja yankyawa n'awasa omulala, n'ogwamu amaanyi n'ogamba saluni mugigale nze nzeeyo mu kyalo. Olwaleero ogenda kuyiga ki ekikoze nga abakyala okuba ne low self-esteem. Ngenda kibalaga lwaki temwekkirizaamu. Lwaki omukyala abeerawo neyekwatakwata n'atera okugamba omusajja nti mpa ssente ng'asajja aziina n'agamba njogera ntya nti mpa ku ssente naye ate omwami mugagga. Low self-esteem tugenda gigoba olwaleero. And lastly, how do you win back your self-esteem? Nga yagenda tojuwula nebyenjogera tobitegeera. Self-esteem kiki? Is it arrogance? Is it showing off? Kakanzi kakanefuuka ekisimbula balinyeko tebikola. I repeat, kanzi kakanefuuka ekisimbula balinyeko edomat tebikola. So by the end of this show, you learn how to practice valuing yourself as a woman, 6 ways to maintain your self-confidence even when you've lost a relationship. Bakukyawe next week ogende mu katale okole bulungi nnyo. Bakukyawe ogende ku office okole bulungi nnyo as if it hasn't happened. Nenda balaga. Lastly, I'll teach you how to adjust your dating attitude towards men. Did you say attitude yeyo? Olime kusmelinga bitter perfume. Bakulabirira bagambe kuwibya mutabukako. Anti munawo omwami we yawasa omuzadde okazi yasasanira mbi okuva omwami we yazala ebweru amaka gatabuka mulekerawo okutabula ebintu. So emotional intelligence means ebintu ne bwe bikutuukako nga biyitirivu bizitowa, don't forget why you are on earth, don't forget why you are at the job, don't forget why you started what you're doing, because love is on the job. Si mulimu dekibagiramu bawumulirewo obulezi kitegeeza omulimu kyekyo kireeta ekyokulya gy'oli mulamu bwo kyojjamu byokola kyekikufuula ky'oli kyekintu kyekigenda okuditamininga ngaova ku nsi kuno bagambe yali akola ki tebajja gamba munaye yayagala nnyo omwagalo yamwagala bannange naffe netwewuunya tebajja byogerako. They will remember if what you've done. So today let's build back that self-esteem loss which women suffer so much. Okugwamu amaanyi omwami yazadde ebweru nawulira teyasobola kuba makeup aswadde. Excuse me, today is your judgment day. Bw'otawona niziwudde nze ngenda bawa whatever I was told to give. So I always begin ntandika butandisa kati ebadde nyanjula the 5 dimension of life management jazibajukiza: physical omubiri gwo, mental byolise obwongo bwo, financial ebikwatagana n'ensimbi eng'ebyofuna zozingiza egyozirumamu, social enkolaganayo n'abantu abakwetoolodde, abaagalwa bo, famire yo, abaana bo, neiba abokola nabo ku mirimu, enkolagana yammwe social mwemuvesani. Then lastly spiritual enkolaganayo n'omwoyo gwo, enkolaganayo ne Katonda, enkolaganayo n'ebikwetoolodde. Zezo dimensions obulamu bwezikolera era mbajjukiza nti it doesn't mean you have to have 100%. You don't need to be the most richest man on the street when you have a poor relationship. The family is lost. You are a failure. You don't need to be the most healthy person when the bank account is on zero. You failed. The secret in this dimension is balancing it. Beera abiri abati buli wamu kwatawo, because ekibula awamu kigenda ku affecting ekirala. If you're sick, you can't use your mind well. You need to be healthy. You need to be healthy. Maze nnaku nga 3 nga ndi mulwadde. I overworked I think last week. So the doctor told me take a bed rest. You've overworked yourself. And I wasn't in fine health. I could not even work. I had piled clients. Appointments I could not. That's how physical is very important. Naye nengamba olwaliro kanzije mbaweereze sitera kukola ndagaano n'enjimenya. I promised and I deliver. So kyekitulese wano olwaliro self-esteem gyekuko. So omaintaining otya self-esteem yo ng'omuntu agambye twawukane funyo lwakusinga. Nolaba nga n'okunyirira bwati nogaba abaffe kyekimbulako. Tugenda temuddamu kutagala, temuddamu kutagala. Mumpulirize, I have lived a life of esteem, confidence. Oluusi njagala kumira kapiiru nkendeezeeko kuba confidence yange eriwa ku lulyo. I want to swallow kapiiru nkendeezeeko. So maintaining your self-esteem after breakup is one of the most difficult things for everyone, even men. Omukyala nakuleka mu nyumba nadduka, oyinza okudda mu kuyingira nyumba eyo nogamba banandaba batya, banagamba ndi musezi ki. You just get that fear. So oftentimes when a relationship fails, it's easy to blame yourself. Notandika n'okwekutanguluza kwaliko ekikyamu, whether you're a man or you're a woman. So learning to keep your self-esteem in balance. Ekigambo self-esteem mu Luganda ntegeeza okwekkiririzaamu nti yadde obufumbo bufudde, yadde bankyalye, yadde omukyala ng'anyi omuwasa, tekinfuula nti siina makulu. That's the best definition of the word self-esteem mu Luganda. Omuntu obutakuwasa, okukyawa n'agenda n'afuna gw'ayagala, tekitegeeza nti olina ekizibu. It has been their choice. So self-esteem gwe mulama gw'olwaleero. Nsaba obudde butuyambe butumale tulabe nti waliwo kyotwala oba kyopikinga. So if you're one of the people who have suffered low self-esteem after a breakup, stay tuned to the end I'm sure this show is going to help you regain yourself. Oddewo bwoti olekerawo okulowooza nti oli okukyawa atakwagadde abakufudde tetulina mugaso mu society. Being important, the feeling of being important, the feeling of being needed and important is number one in every human life. Omuntu ne bwabanga ali asikali ku mulyango, ne bwabanga cleaner, ne bwabanga alongoosa toilet, n'omulaga nti tali important, they will show you. They will teach you a lesson you never understand. Why? Because it's a need. So what breakups do to human nature is they take away that sense of importance. No young and oyamba a coating or musajja egwako side emu bweti. Oyamba bigato gato wechayi. Bobera mukyali endito sanirira. Make up to wekuba. Ebyala no bichawa no fuge kitagasa kubanga bakufuule kitagasa. So fighting for that position of importance, nobody shall ever touch it. Tokirizanga. Importance. Omuntu okwerabawo kyekivamu that self-esteem. Kiri munda. Kibuilding ebyoto omuntu yekkiririzaamu ng'agenda ku negotiating a deal ne client nga owulira ajja kuwulira. Tosobola kuyimirira mu bantu kwogera ku mizinda nga tolina self-esteem. Bakuyimiza mu bantu 10 bokka n'oyagala okukankala bwoti. Ate nga mwana wattu ojja kuwa speech kwanjula kw'omwana wo, ojja kuwa speech ku birthday y'omwana wo, ojja kuwa speech kwanjula kwa sister wo, ojja kuwa speech ku even the funeral rites ng'ofiiriddwa. So you cannot address anybody without self-esteem. It is what public speakers depend on. Number one. So tekikoma mu ffeffeka ba public speakers, kiyingire nawe negotiation over your life. N'okwanya omukyala, it takes self-esteem. N'ogamba kamugambe nti nkwagala, njagala kino. Oyinza okuba n'omukazi otera omugamba, oyinza okuba n'omwami n'ogamba njagala mugambe nti mwami njagala yo ku ssente nina ensiba enviiri naye nga otera kyoga naye nga ensente zeeba oli n'ogamba kansirike ayinza okudduka, ayinza okugamba ndi gold digger. Self-esteem. So before we go to that, njagala temere emitendera egyo omuntu mwayita nga bamaze omukyawo oba nga akyayi bye bimu. If you lose a marriage in divorce, if you lose a marriage in separation, if you lose an engagement, or if you break up with someone in any relationship, oyina okuyita mu mitendera egyo togibuuka emitendera etaano. So abantu abasinga batya okuddamu okudetinga nga relationship eweddewo. Abantu abasinga batya okuddamu okuwasa nga gwe yawasa yasooka yamuddukako oba yamukola bye yali tategedde yakolamu ensobyaawo. Oyinza n'okutya okuddamu okugenda mu relationship endala kubanga oli aba yakulekera memory ate enfu n'otambula ne ghost eya past n'etambula nawe mu future. Bannange osobola okumala emyaka 3 ng'otambula n'omuzimu gw'omuntu wano ghost nga n'ebintu bye yakola bya myaka 10 emabega negwowasa kati mu nyumba n'obireeta mu nyumba. So mental clarity is what we need in relationships, to forget the past and to be the present. Even getting over a relationship, to forget it takes a long amount of time. Obanga erabira noddayo, obanga adduka n'okiddamu, obanga awona nekikomawo, it will never end. So these 5 phases zigenda kubayamba okumanya nti ndi ku stage kikati. Which stage am I on? Ate ogikkirize. Acceptance. So when people break up, there is anxiety, there is bitterness, there is regret, insecurity. Mu Luganda abantu bafuna obusungu okwejjusa n'atandika okugamba ani anampasa oyinza n'okuwasa aliko kati oyagala kuwasa tugende nemukola quick wedding, quick kwanjula, quick kukyala. You lose judgment because it makes you feel you cannot be there empty, or there's something wrong with me because somebody has left, or I think I'm not worthy enough, so if I get somebody available quickly we marry. Don't joke with the breakup. It is a very big thing. So bitterness, insecurity. No, even you start doubting yourself. Huh? It is such an ugly perfume. So even those who break others, that is what happens. No one breaks up no more. You go through the same phase. It is psychologically proven. So let's look at the 5 phases of a breakup. Gotegelewa woli singo badde ogiyingiramu ate otegere obona agisobola. Wiki ewedde twatunulya balayers. Ogenda kudampinga oba bagenda kudampinga nti laba stage ogenda oyitamu weetegeke mu ndowooza. So we begin with the denial phase. Denial. Ani class monitor nansubuga sikulengera. Matovu wandika the denial phase. Sawiya oba woli wandika the denial phase. Denial phase otandika obutakkiriza nti bakukyaye. N'osuubira nti munna ajja kudda. Ne bweba divorce n'ogamba ajja kutambula amala akomewo n'olinda. So the brain responds to this bad kind of news. Brain ekiraba nti omuntu agenda oba wakiwulira dda. Your heart netandika okwadjustinga to situation n'ogamba kirabika tetwakwatagana naye ajja kudda. So it is this phase where you think your partner is going to come back anytime soon. No, Linda. Breakup. Impact out breaking up over the first 4 months. The impact can take another 2 years. Or could take chimwa indiramu. Imyaka ngeju oba gumu nogamba yagenda mazole yandekawo obusungu awo butandika. So breakup, the first phase, you first to deny it. Osonga denyinga. Nonga ajja kudda. Oyo agenda dda. Ayinza obutadda. Ne tugenda ku phase number 2. Ani awandikaawo? Princess Pop. Anga noyingira mu busungu tadda. Awo abantu batabukira. Ebintu ebyayita dda bekyawadda okugamba bitansi okukomawo mu future. Nina mulaga. Abaana baliwa. Atabuka. Kubanga alaba deny evuddemu kati. Agivuddemu stage eyo. Ayingidde mu ddala. Hanga. Obusungu. They get so hungry. Era ebiseera ebisinga it's advisable wabera mu hunger stage. Buli omu agiyitamu ey'okwesooza. Anfuulinga atya. Wasting all my years? No, you're not wasting my money? Buli omu abeerako mu stage eya hunger. It's always advisable to not to take any step at that moment. Togeza genda mu media n'oswaza muntu. Togeza genda mu bazadde n'omuvumirayo. Togeza n'ogenda ng'ofuuse ekitagasa ogambe amanyira atya. Hunger is an enemy of humankind. It's a very bad emotion. It means where it happens, you lose reasoning. Over one of mutwe, no yingira mu physicality. So when you feel hungry over somebody, akuchaye, go chaye, take a walk, exercise, go out, we're confusing it. But don't take any step to show them. You will regret later. Because it is often said, when you take a journey of revenge, dig to graves. The year, not go revenge is able. It was never one grave. So Bogama to get even with someone, dig to graves. It is not wise. Wise way to act. So the hunger phase, obusungule mukulinya. Awo nga tuvaawo. Ne tugenda ku phase eddako. Omala obusungu n'onyiiga, ne mwevuma, n'otamwa, ne weekyawa. Kati n'ogenda mu bargaining phase. That is phase number 3. Muwulira breakup bw'etambula. Bemugamba cancer twogeremu 5 minutes. It doesn't happen like that. Emotional healing is a journey. I always tell people. Nze tojjanga wange ng'ongamba 1 hour twogere, I will not help you. It is a process. You have to go through all this. So bargaining phase, you try to build friendship n'omuntu ono. N'olowooza nti kale ayinza okukyusamu ndowooza. N'omubefriendingamu ex wo. N'okajja ntunywemu wano kakyayi. Ng'olowooza agenda kutegeera obusungu obuvuddemu kati oyingidde mu bargaining. So every time you keep in contact with your ex, especially women, it is even disastrous. Why? Obanga repeating a jemwava. I think it's chidi. You're repeating yourself. So emotional ties take time to break. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, to be mazi. It takes time. You have to break friendships you shared. You have to break abana you shared. You have to break ninyo eno kutura. So bargaining phase eno awongo tanso kakana. Naye atera si kirungi kubanga muli mu constant contact n'omuntu gw'okyayi, especially n'omusajja. Bajja kuzayo muzanyi. That's where most women go back and they get pregnant again. Don't forget the man is a sex animal. Bw'okomawo nga wefula mukolagane nga gamba oyagala ki? School fees omwana ekyokola okimanyi. Talina kyafiirwa. Then next you are pregnant again. Wagenda kubanja school fees okumawo na lubuto. Don't underestimate your ex. Tujja kwogera about how to deal with that ex and move on. Myself. But again, how we deal with exes and how we treat it. So bargaining phase tekola. Omukyala omwegayirira munnange jangu twogere omuntu amala ofuluma mu njuba inaweze ennaku 10 takomawo nga bwe yagenda. They have changed. That is the reality. So phase number 4 ani awandika Linda Evelyn. Phase number 4 nga bamaze okukyawa ne tugenda mu kyayita depression. Muwulira gwogamba I am depressed oba watandika dda. Phase oziyiseemu kati n'ogenda mu depression. Omukazi aganye okudda, essenzo azikomezaawo, bamuwasizza abagenze, omwami aganye okudda, mujja watandisa kusindika baana 1, 2, 3 kati ne bargaining okuddeyo kati oyingira mu depression. That is reality. That's reality. So that you realize that the situation is not going to change. You now want to be alone. Wake up. Not a mobile muntu. Depression kalitandise. Omuntu netwanko kuluma. You lose sleepless nights. Ebanga nawe litambudde mbalaga. Nebi breakup byagwadde kati depression etandise kula nti waliwo kitatedde. So when you're in this phase of depression, like I always say, I advise you to find a counselor. You can share. Counselor chakuyamba nti when you pour out the real story, now what their face, I mean their way of understanding your situation. Kakana mtu mugenda mbakwano bamwe, baganda bamwe, nga mwenyumyako. Nabo bayine ebizibu byabwe by the way. They're not professionals. They can't solve your problems. They will just listen. Agambe nange nine change. Nawe okwete yase nange tewa. Munange nange wange okudda bucha. You're not solving a problem. You're sharing problems. In fact, you're amplifying problems. Oshtegera. So mugende bantu abali professional. Baba yange. So at this stage of depression, we advise you join a gym, exercise more, okudduko kukuyamba. Omuntu yoba oli ku treadmill, no tuya na what? No tambula olugendo oluwanvu. Bwoba oli mu kyalo genda olime. Bwoba ku nkumbi what? Your there is an exchange of energy. When blood is in circulation, obusungu bukakana. That's why when you're in depression, bagamba burn energy. Totula, tewebaka, totula mu kifo kimu. You will end up eating a lot. Ice cream, drinking, dealing in drugs. Kubanga depression at its most. So sleep well, eat well, exercise more when you're in depression. Mugende mu gym. Bw'oba toyina gym tosobola tambula olugendo oluwanvu. Yambala engato ogambe ngina tambula wano mpaka eri njokya busungu. The psychological view of okwokya obusungu is gy'okoma okutuya na bwoti. Neziri hormones ez'obusungu zikakana. That's how it works. It's like reverse. So ogenda mu gym sikwejalabya. People are trying to return their minds. Okay? Mugende ko mu gym. So phase esemba eri number 5 bagiyita acceptance. Ovudde mu depression n'okkiriza omuntu bamutwala tagenda kudda n'owanika. bw'omala okuwanika n'ogenda mu kukkiriza nti ddala eno situation gyendimu. Acceptance yesembayo. So one thing you must know is that relationships help us grow. Every former relationship you had shapes you for the new relationship you're going to have. There is nothing like you've lost totally. Noli abaina kyakuyigiriza ntodanga mugabira sente jigiro tolida mukikola to the next relationship. Towereranga muwala nga tonnamuwasa ayina taata we n'abantu be tolida mukikola ku mukazi addako. So acceptance phase otandika okukkiriza mistakes zo n'ogamba nakola ensobi neefumbiza omusajja eyatandika onalina kiraba dda naye amazima yetanjagala n'otandika okukkiriza. So acceptance phase is the last phase in a breakup, and the amazing part about it is otandika okukkiriza embeera gy'olimu nti nawe olina ku responsibility. You stop blame shifting. Okuyishiftinga taweerera baana tetumulabako n'ogamba kati ntegedde baaba omusajja gwenayagala yeri mufumbo talina budde bwaffe n'okikkiriza mutima. So wamala okikkiriza mutima ofuna some bit of relief n'okola ebirala. Those are the 5 stages of a breakup. Kati oba stage ki gy'oliko sigimanyi, ebyokola mbibagambye. So let's look at what causes low self-esteem in people, or women basically, and how to win it back when it's lost. Low self-esteem, omuntu obutekkiririzaamu, okwetya, okulya nga toli worthy of love, okulya nga gwe buli kimu otandika okyagaliza abala gwe ne wejjamu you are worthless. Yendowooza gy'oba nayo because baakumenya omutima, engagement yagaana, marriage disorganizing, otandika okulowooza I am low baninnyeko. No. So in psychology we define low self-esteem as a thinking disorder. A thinking disorder in which an individual views himself or herself as inadequate, unworthy and unlovable. Mu Luganda nti endowooza eyo gy'oba nayo mbuzi teri anjagala, teri alinjagala, kiraga sirina mugaso. That is a thinking disorder. Mu Luzungu thinking disorder kitegeeza nti olina ekizibu, you're disorganized. Everybody must believe in themselves. Why are you disorganized? To have a thinking disorder that you're worthless? Who told you? So, low self-esteem, abakyala bagisufferinga munyo from time to time, even the powerful. Low self-esteem webakuba nnyo because ebesingaku kiki bakoze mu relationship gy'obaddemu. When a guy comes and treats you like a rag, it can leave you feeling worthless. I'm very sure about that. So, what causes this low self-esteem? What causes this mental disorder into somebody's mind to think they are worthless, they are nobody, and nobody can ever love them? Nebatandika n'okuwa abantu priority first bo ne basembayo. Bwe bali emmere agamba mwenna mulyenza n'ali edda. Worthlessness. What is this? Biki ebikozinga low self-esteem? So ngenda bawa ebintu bisatu just katono bamenyeremu. 1. Low self-esteem you're suffering eyinza okuba yava ku bazadde bo. Parents. Now here I want women to listen. Your parents. Buli muzadde awulize. Omwana w'omuzaala mu nsi muno. It is your personal responsibility as a parent to build their esteem. Why? In the early childhood development program I attended, bagamba nti omwana between the age of 3 emyaka egyo to the age of 8 emyaka 8 bakwata nnyo. Era whatever happens in between that age, it has the effect on the child for the other years to come. So omwana w'okula nga omuyita good for nothing, ekyana kyange kyasiriwala, laba ogutwe nga gunene, ye lwaki olina amatu manene? Omwana no bannaye omwana mubi alinga jjajjaawe. Ebyo ebigambo ebyo bitalina bulamu. You're just talking as a parent, but you're infecting this child with low self-esteem in the future. Omwana n'akula nga amanyi nti mubi, owulira n'akula nga teyekkiririzaamu. Kati bw'ayingira mu nsi ey'okukola atandika abantu omufula lwaga yakkiriza abanazi yakkiriza abacheaters yagabira sente abasajja nga yeegula nti bamwagale bambi atuuka eno nga n'abasajja abatya alowooza mubi anti maama we yamugamba ne taata we. Don't take that for granted. A parent should build a child's self-esteem. Ng'omwana akyali muto, remind them of what you want them to be. I'm proud that I grew up with parents who love me. I'm so blessed. From when I was a child, my father used to tell me, you are the best. Nakula nze manya I'm the best. Era ne okuja mu nsinga yona abansinga. So I grew up with this self-esteem. Now when I come into the dating world and the command comes to say I'm worthless, I was told. So everything I was doing was to impress my parents. Because they believed in me. Believe in your children. Omwana ne waba musiri mu class asobola okwekiseeringa mu mikono mu mirimu egy'emikono. They can be good artists. They can be good musicians. They can be good actresses. But they may be failure in school. Kubanga takwata mangu. Not everyone is supposed to have a mind which crumbs like mine. You know? Build your children. Omwana waba muwala mujja wansi mugamba, you are so beautiful, my daughter. Which man will manage my daughter? You're very excellent. Zina kulaba mpaana. Era abasajja basanga obuzibu teri atadde wansi bonna bakimanyi. Buli gwe navaako yandeka agamba, you can't just pull me down. The esteem is built when somebody is young. Nti bw'atuuka eno waggulu takkiriza abantu muyisanga worthless. The parents build it. Number 2. A bad boyfriend, a jerk, a hubby, yakuteka wansi. When you have somebody you love, nagamba, you would have looked beautiful, but you're too fat for that dress. I don't like fat women. I think yakuwasa. Nze abakazi abaddugavu bantamu. Naye nga yawasa gwe. A bad, narcissists can bring value down. I told you, go in my book, The Lady's Guide to Emotional Happiness. Musome kuba narcissists, olabe engeri gye ba devaluing people. They first devalue you to use you. By calling you good for nothing. Omukyalo omuyanga mwami yamugamba nga you're stupid. Nkugambye ki? I am stupid. That is bogus. You can't even listen to that conversation. I mean, a woman should learn to stand for herself. Nabagamba love simuli. Ate ne wogamba ng'ogenda sanyusa omwami akufule worthless, he will still live. You will still stay single. It doesn't matter how long you take up that bullshit. So oli wagamba nti oli musiru nawe ddamu nti ndi musiru. Nagamba agambye ki? Timuna ina limanyize ndi musiru. Omukyala nga mugezi. Naye ng'oli amufula worthless because they want to use. A bad boyfriend, narcissists, they can put you down. So if you're suffering low self-esteem, where was it? What is the origin? Did you have a bad breakup with a liar, a loser, a jerk? Now we're going to have feelings that you are ugly, you are nothing. Did you grow up with parents, guardians, who mentioned those words of good for nothing to you? That you've grown with it in the heart, and that's why I say a child should go with a parent if you have a chance to. Because if they are the only people who can build your esteem. They don't understand this. They don't. See, Amuzara, what them are wasted. Who is guardianing your child? I am guiding. You must find out. Because I've told you 3 years to 8 years, because the mind is fresh, the subconscious is empty. Information. So subconscious need to wait the mind. Again, good for nothing. 30 years ago. Lastly, you compare yourself to fake beauties. Abachala. Reading a magazine, comparing yourself. Don't forget, those pictures in magazines, those videos you see on social media, they are edited. Wait, ready about red. Don't compare yourself to fake beauty. Believe in who you are. Whether you are fat, whether you are dark, whether you have big ears, that is you. Don't compare yourself to someone else because you'll never be them. So those are the 3 facts why people are not having self-esteem. Kwe comparing abazadde kye bakola ne bad boyfriend abanazaabo. Users, losers and liars. They can break your esteem down. So, how do you get this self-esteem back when it's lost? I know many of us have lost the self-esteem. Ojizotia. So regardless the source of your self-esteem loss, or a devil, or a bad boyfriend, or by a woman like a guy, or a video watching a magazine, or get upside over Monsali Rihanna. Monsali Wano, Berenga Rihanna. Yes, it is exciting at that moment, but you're losing your self-esteem. You're not being you. That's why women have fake tits, fake breasts, fake bums, fake legs, fake fake. They're trying to be what they're not. And that's a turn off. Be you. Akwagala kwagalenga bwoli. Bwoli munene akwagalenga munene. Atayagala munene agende ku batono. Mugamba ati munene nonya abatono. Lwaki wampasa gwenduka atayagala munene? Kiki oyagala ku munene? Mubiri confident. I always remind you, life is about you. Nobody else cares. It is your time, it is your money, it is your brain. When you come to planet Earth, Katonda yakuwa envelope H. In fact, Billy, we are choosing when you take full possession of your mind, and the penalty you're going to pay by not possessing your mind, by possessing your mind. Don't give away this. It is your arsenal. So only government is good for nothing. I mean, who are they? From what authority? From what authority is that? So let's learn how to get back this self-confidence. So if your dating resume or your romantic resume, CV yongejjude, several breakups, messy divorces, broken engagements, dating liars, losers, etc., you deserve a high self-esteem after that. So you need to find yourself again. Techifayo baba wakati bosinga bakazi mukaga oba abasajja wakati embaga ziri 3 togezanga nokera ku majja nogamba nti a breakup of a relationship and the loss of a marriage, it is you. Those are 2 separate legal entities. That's not you. You can have a broken marriage, but you're the best musician. You have seen how Jennifer Lopez has been all her life. And she has not lost it. She's now a movie actor. She has not lost it. So don't let a breakup of a marriage or a relationship define who you are. You're not that. Who am I on earth is the purpose why you came here. Find out that purpose, chase for it. That love will be a very small item to define you. Find out why are you here. Because the word you are worthless. That wasn't part of the package God gave you. So in the first envelope, yagamba, sound health, positive mental attitude, free from fear, worry, anxiety, yagamba nti possessing you'll never be jealous, you'll never be envious, you will find who you are and why you're on earth. That nobody can come to shake you up. Because he knew even broken relationship must take place. We don't choose to break up. They just choose to walk away. You can't confuse someone to say, Oli agenze, chitegeza, sina chendi. Let it sink in your subconscious mind that you're not a broken relationship. You're not a messy divorce. That was part of the story. The real you is why you're on earth. Find out why. So you deserve a high self-esteem. So maybe you're asking yourself, how can I win it back? How can I get this back? It's lost. I've been in low self-esteem for the last 20 years. Ndibuenti. Newe mpito kwogera mantu bakamba muite Mariam ayogere eyo. Wogena mu kanisa bwega tula mabega. Bagamba nyabwe yawo tule kwa maaso. Nja kantulene mabega. Wogena kumukolo kwaya tulene mabega. Akakantu hapo. And by the way, it's even demonic. It is where the devil enters into a human being to destroy you by using low self-esteem and low self-worth. Mwaita. Because if you fear being who you are, how can you achieve what you want in life? You never. oja eva kubanga oli ku banka bench eva obera mabega the people take up the seats. So let's learn how today. Let us look at the 3 strength building exercises for your self-esteem. How do you build it? How do you build it? So the 3 actions to improve your esteem is 1. Stop believing in the images in the media. Mulekerawo okusoma zi magazines. Nolaba akaina akati. Akabina bwekati. Wa magulu ga street bwekati. Nogamba handa kandi mubi. Unajagala nyamba. Stop. I don't read magazines. Nagana. The silly color. Why? Because when you look at those pictures, which are just retouched, kitegeza buli kamu bakataddewo bagaseka karedi kano kamala bumazi. It is for publicity. Don't believe the media. Social media, ebifanyi bira ku Facebook, those are retouched images. The reality is not what you see. That's not the reality. Have you seen my book, The Lady's Guide to Emotional Happiness? Twala emyezi musanvu nga tunoonya kifaananyi kino retouched. Mulaba ekifaananyi kino. Look at the perfection. Akaviiri we kagwa stylist yafaayo kagwa katya. Smile etegeeza ki? Akasige keeko eriiso lya white. Akaviiri kyekyo essuuti bagitungira myezi 2 nga bagizigezaamu ezigaana. This picture took time. Kati oli walaba bwati picture naga ndabika ndi mubi. You're mistaken. This is something that took 6 months. Waliwo stylist, waliwo makeup artist, waliwo photographer, waliwo editor. It has like a team of 7 to 8 people just on one photo like this. Don't believe what you see in magazines. Mulekera osoma zi magazines bafula ababi. Waliwo akabiyo ke bampereza recently. Omuwala ngazina lwabadde luyimba. Anga akola bwati. Nako bwata koto. Nengamba abafu. Nembangala nga abulamu bwe nengamba akayimba kabiyo kali kasanyula ku social media. Omuwala Yesu bakalesu nanyenya kabina bwati. Akawato nengamba ono nagwa ku mwami adduka budusa gamba nafadda. So nenga kwata nange nekaweza mukwano gwange nemugamba waayi. Omuwala oyo omulabi, she can make you feel you are wasting time. Naye nakalala ngamba Mariam, naye nakawereza omulala. Naye nga tetumanyi either bakozesa Photoshop, we don't know. Or it is a program that shakes that. I don't know. So if you believe in such an image, it can make you get low self-worth. So there are no perfect women on planet Earth. Perfection is far away from human beings. Perfect. No. Perfection is only found in a world of programs like Photoshop, where a few clicks of the mouse, but click like a mouse where Photoshop it can produce the most beautiful woman, princess. So there is no perfect person. Stop losing esteem in yourself because you watch a woman on TV, a woman on social media, a dancing queen, and you say, "Chila, you can see that." That is action number 1. Don't believe in press. Magazines. We are. So when you wake up to that reality, how beautiful is it that you take it into wow? I'm just being natural. It's me. These ones are retouched. There is Photoshop. There is filters. Believe that, okay? And then you don't lose esteem in your beauty. Number 2, kick out the ghost of your past relationships. Remember, that ex who used to say you're good for nothing. Oh, you would have been beautiful if only your hips were a bit bigger. If you had a huge rack. I like women with big breasts. Yeah? No, that bullshit. Be you. The funny thing about relationships is when you choose somebody to love you, you have 2 choices. 1, to take them as they are. 2, to find the one you think you want than them. So if someone wants a huge rack, look, chase huge racks. Yeah? If you want big bums, go for the big bums. If you don't have it, then I'm not the one for you. You have a choice. Don't change yourself. Because they say, I like women with short hair. No girl knows that can be so one at Breakup. Only the gamba have a Brazilian, go to come as a Brazilian. I like women who don't paint their lips, the lipstick on choose. Homusula. You will be confused. Be you. Do what you love. Know why you're here. Chase that. And nobody can ever make you what you're not. Don't clone yourself into what you're not. So if someone brought you down, I don't like fat women. Oh, you're already fat. What can you do about it? Can I go and slim myself? I'm juicing. No coca. Do you think God is stupid to make you fat? Did he waste time to mold you into a fat woman if he thought you would be a slender woman? Everybody is where they're supposed to be. If you're brown, you're supposed to be brown. If you're dark, be dark. Nange kanonke yongera ko just kunyumisa kamera. Yaye tusinze omugoza kana makeup mubisere byange beddembe. Nenjagala pakasanyusa. Akasige kano. Teba akantonda nako naye nange kafitinge. So this is retouched. Stop fearing beautiful women, okay? Have that esteem. Who you see in magazines. So kick out the ghosts of last relationship. Togenda myaka 10 maso yanko gamanti bangamba abakazi abanene oli akigamba yagenda na dayo kwa sewasa ukyali mbakazi abanene mpite bajirira saga abakazi butono anti naga ko musajja mu 1994 omwami yangamba taga abakazi batono. I mean we are 2021 and even he married teyakuwasa. Stop keeping those ghosts in your head. Remove them. Be you. There is someone who wants a fat woman. There's someone who wants a slender woman. There are men who like big lips. There are those who like small lips. There are those who want women with big eyes. There are those who want small eyes. Everyone has their different taste. Find people who have your taste. They will look for you. Okay? We are 7.9 billion. You need one person who will look at your eyes and say, wow, Mariam, I love your eyes. They look sharp. Yeah? Sharp and not messy. Sizora masonze. Somebody will love you for who you are. Stop cloning yourself into somebody else. Because every person who comes will want something else. I want women with bums. I want women who are brown. You will change. Believe in yourself. Lastly, another action you can take to improve your self-esteem: learn to say no when you say no. Never ever in your life will you ever impress anybody by underrating your needs, by giving up on your wants because you want to impress them. Yigo gamba nti nedda sijja kusobola. Mbadde njagala okugenda ke wa mama, omuntu aliyeko ebintu biki ate mama woba tuwe tukyalo mugamba nedda munnange mama we nkolagana yaffe nga sennungi sanje badde kiyimbiramu seno oba anyiga anyige. If you don't learn to say no, it means you don't value yourself and your needs. Otandise okuwa abantu abira ebintu gwe byotenda bafuna obagabire gwosigale nga olidula wansi ate omala ogambe mu nsi muno kiki enkolamu buli omu anfunzika sifunamu. Learn to say no. So we like impressing other people apart from themselves. You take care of your kids, you take care of your husband, you take care of your in-laws, you forget yourself. You don't value yourself, and that's a source of self-esteem loss. You lose it. So if someone asks something you don't want to do, Mugambe no. Politely answer. Mugambe, I may not be in position, my love. Why? I'm not feeling good about this. Please give me some time. Be you. So a polite no is part of controlling your life. Taking control of your life and putting yourself first is by having a polite no. Nyinza okumanja kwebakamu. Lwaki neesaddaako okwebaka kwange ngambe nti kanzuuke anti ngenda kuimpressinga ba in-laws. Ebyo ebiruma abakyala. Kuimpressinga abantu gwe neweerabira who you are. And you know what happens next? Low self-esteem. Era bajja kulinnyako nga weerinnyako gwenyini nga gwakitanze. So be you. On earth you have two choices to make. There are things you can change, and there are those you can change. What you cannot change, don't bother, because it will be wasting your mental health. So if you go on impressing people because you want everyone to love you, you are a loser. Human beings never, ever, ever even remember that you impressed them. We forget easily. We are simply humans. So learn to say no when you don't want something. Learn to say no when you feel like not having sex. How can be self? Learn to say no. Be you. So emitendera tu jemba gambe ezo actions zigenda bayamba to improve. Look at more improvement. Improving your self-esteem. Stop believing in social media images that flood down. Forget about those bad ghosts of boyfriends. And 3, learn to say a polite no to things you don't need. So with understanding how to improve your self-esteem, improving let's look at how to value yourself. Omukyala yefula atya ow'omuwendo oba mwami wefula atya ow'omuwendo oba oli kuno. Valuing yourself, believing in you, taking full possession of your life is your personal responsibility. Mu Luganda omuntu okwera nti oli kwa muwendo ewo obuvunaanyizibwa bwo si bwa muntu mulala. Abakatwegattako Mariam Nabuja, the ladies guide, yenze psychologist, author, n'abawandiikira obutabo obu akalala kajja men's guide mbalina mugera kwesiba ezo. Kano ke kasooka, the ladies guide to fulfilling relationships and true happiness, which brought out all the mistakes women make with men by not understanding the male mindset. Nembaddizaako the emotional happiness. Nenzija ensobi ze twakola muli wano nembawa emotional happiness mwezeze mubitabo kuno. Lastly, nembawa the ladies guide journal, akatabo ak'obusungu, okutabuka n'abantu obubuya nga wayazikutuseeko ogenda kutta omuntu ogenda muvuno. Ladies guide journal ekuyamba okuwandika ebirowoozo byo wansi. Nabawa how it's done. It's the last chapter in that book, emotional happiness. Nabatera video YouTube channel, how to use a journal. Ogere mulabe. Journal osobola okuwandika in any way. You don't destroy kano. You can use anything as long as you can. You know the rules and the steps you can take. Go to the YouTube channel, Mariam Nabuja / the ladies guide channel. Your video ready. Emotional healing tools, I think. Emotional tips. Let's say emotional tips. It's a video. So let's look at practicing valuing yourself. So if you're being bruised by bad boyfriends, a breakup of a marriage, an engagement eganye, bakukyawa bakulyako sente zolina dduka, you got him a job and he married someone else, he dated you and then you found a wedding budget in his car, I love you, that breakup, because you feel now you don't even value yourself. Valuing yourself means to take priority yourself. Wefuule ey'omugaso, weetekeko number 1. Ng'abalala tebannaba kulya, nze naalidde. Nga tonnaba kuwa balala kiki weewadde, kye bayita value. Okuzimba omuwendo mu bulamu bwo ng'omukyala, it is your responsibility okukijjukiranga. Abaana abo yadde tubakuza, omwana ajja tuuka awase, omwana ajja tuuka afumbira, omukubira esimu amugambe, I want to see my darling. Agambe, Mommy, I'm so busy, I'm having a lot of appointments. Let me see whether I'll see you on Sunday. And you sacrifice yourself. So let's learn to love and to give that tough love. Don't forget about yourself. So sacrificing your needs for others means you devalue yourself. You devalue yourself. So when you don't have value, what happens next? You attract losers, users, gigolos, cheaters, Casanovas, buli ayagala okukozesa jjawuko toyina value. And you welcome them. Bango za bakuyambi. Wake up. So I'm going to give you the 5 ways. Now we're going to be the full course. The last video I'm saying. It's a full package. Sina chandika nech. Mwaba manje mulimba. Nze nkolera Katonda. So 5 ways to value yourself. 1. Bw'obeera ng'oli mu ndabirwamu, buli mukyala alina okuba n'endabirwamu. Tunuulya image yo. Oba oli munene, oba oli mutini, oba oli muwanvu, oba oli mumpi, that is you. Ekyo baakutunda bwe batyo. When you look yourself in the mirror, weeyogereko ebigambo ebirungi. Use positive words on yourself. Teddamu kweyogeraku bigambo bibi. Ayegala amatundu oba bagende bakakendeezeeko emimwa gino oba bagijju bazangendeko mu plastic surgery. Don't be that your self-esteem. So weeyogereko ebigambo ebirungi. I'm strong, I'm wise, I'm valuable. Okay, no matter how he has dumped me, I'm not that. I'm not worthless. I am very valuable. I am very strong. I am a strong woman. I am a very lovable woman. Utandika okufuna busologans. Visualizing the hands of the beholder. Loving somebody is spiritual, not physical. Cancel that remember. So whether I'm fat, tall, short, somebody who spiritually connects with me will love me the way I am. How liberating is that? Benanga we complimenting her. Love yourself. As long as you're working towards it, don't ever lose yourself into thinking you are valueless. And above all else, have goals. A person without goals drifts in life. Are you using every word? Nabagamba mu video yaffe yasooka ng'omwaka gutandika relationship goals in 2021 muwandiikayo bugoals bwammwe, bugoals obuli relationship, bugoals obuli career, bugoals obuli small goals but which are achievable. But have a goal. Take up a course. Ndi mukusomesa abakyala kati bagenda fuka bakansala for the next century nga bookya bamba wadde buli kimu. I've trained them to the best. And I'm sure each one of them bakyuse nadda. Ulanga Mariam nakyuse dda. Simanyi tukula kukulandika jinja kabwasi. You know? When you take up a course, when you want to lose weight, when you start learning a new trade, learning baking, muberegende ebirala bannange. Nasanyuka omukyala bamuyita Rashida, Safu na mukisa gumulabako bambi, yampakeeko omwaka oguwedde nga tugenda mu end of year. Nangamba Mariam, nakuulya ng'oyogera ku mwasuze mutya nti abakyala bayiga okukola. Abasajja tuleme bamenya nnyo. Nentandika bakery, nenjiga okubekinga obukeeke, yatandika mu bukeeke. Nangamba era kankweze ku keeke zange oziye gwobiri. Bannange omukyala yatuwa keeke nifukirye waka. Naye nsobola okugamba omwana yangamba nti natandika bakery, I get orders. In fact, ne guno omwaka namuwadde orders ez'okukola birthday zonna ez'abakwano bange. Friends and family. And those are very many cakes. Why? She believed in herself. Kati wobeera ng'olyayo omukyala otudde. Weefula mbuto wasoma. Mbuto olina ky'omanyi. Oli helpless. Olinda sente za mwami bwoti. You're in for again. Mugenda okuzannya omuzannyo baabo. Nabagambye sente wensi kuweera nga ndi musajja. You had better brought back worth my money. Money is an emotion. You don't just give what you don't get back. I must get the equivalent of what I'm giving. That's the love money. Kati oba oyagala zaabwere gugamba munaye nja kukola gwakuzaala buli omu azaala. N'abakazi abali ebweru bazaala. Ne betuzadde bajja zaala. Even another day, they will even produce, and don't forget, men can even marry at the age of 60. 70, he can start a new life with a 25-year-old girl, and she's happy. So take up a course. Gendo yige bakery, yiga simanya bukando, yiga babakazi bakola omuntu ntwawo. Ojja funa omukisa ng'olina ky'okola ng'ono omuwala wa cakes. She's baking cakes. And she's now getting orders. She woke up. Kachitegeeza lava abeerayo katono. Akazende ke kali wana asobola okugenda yeegulira ekifi ky'enkoko n'alya. Nga tetawanyiza musajja, halo, mbadde nkuliza wala nti kungulira ekifi kya nkoko. Bakery. It is very unromantic for a being in beggary. So set positive goals for yourself if you want to truly regain who you are, and then value yourself. Kati bw'obeera mu action, which is momentum, toyimiridde obekinga kekisi yeno bw'osoma abaana basoma omwami n'omulabirira ojja kwanga kye bayita life, life. Life kwekusa nti ndi mulamu. Life is the series of activities we do every day. Bakinga, twala abaana ku ssomero, omwami mulabirire eyoke muyombemu mweyagalemu. That is life. But if you're just there doing nothing and expecting someone to give you free money, nemuteekako abambi obuvunanyizibwa. Omwami wange alina okundabira, alina okuweerera abaana, ate alina okungulira emmotoka, ate alina okusasula ennyumba mwensoma n'amasannyalaze. You're being lazy. In fact, God is going to punish you for laziness. You're given 2 hands, you're given 2 eyes, you're not lame, you are wise, you're given even instincts, and you're saying you're waiting for the man to give you money. And now what's the problem? Don't think that we're going to. So, the last part of valuing yourself is learn to love yourself. You go watch it. When you find a loser, a liar, a gigolo, no more dating up money, no taking a mark of what's a gigolo. Much folk a match or quick bags and Ogava and the church and Paposmania in Epsilani. Ye mama and Zasanga, wait secretary. Mistakes are part of life, and it's the only way. It's the only way a human being grows. So you date a cheater, you date a liar, you date a narcissist, you get married to gigolo, Gatomani. Ogenda okuyingira ogamba bannaye bulijjo ndirawo omusajja yawunga bw'ati. Learn to laugh at your troubles. Bw'onaseka ojagamba kale omuntu ono bannanga nfuulinze obusungu buli bukendeera. So don't beat up yourself for mistakes you've made. Don't cry all the time because onaakudetinze naakuleka olinajja n'awasaamu olina. Learn to laugh. Gamba bugambi, I'm learning the game of life. I am sure by the time somebody marries or by the time someone gets married, they have kissed a lot of frogs to find the Prince Charming. So the frogs are going to be there. The users will be there. It is you learning the game. You're learning the game. So if you have sexual intimacy with a guy you barely know, oyinza ogenda ku mukolo ne bakuba music muli kumbaga n'olaba omwami ka music ne katandika obaleka mu emotions ezitaliiwo n'ogamba kirabika yono muba mukyali ango gamba badde ngamba mpozi obeera wambadde njala kudropingako muba mukyagenda ne mugwa mu mukwano wakamulaba tomubuuziza linnya lye yakubiri omanyi gyaso muyinza omaliza nga muli mu kwesanyusa next week atomulabako n'ogamba Don't beat yourself up, okay? Learn to laugh. Ugambe mfudde ku mateeka gali disgaidi wano bambi mwesekireze, okay? So when you laugh at yourself, you'll step by step learn to value you. Ogenda kwebalinga mpola mpola. Remember, when you don't value yourself, other people will value you. Okufuula ntolina muwendo. So, is a step etaano mweyiga okwegamba ebigambo ebirungi. We do more appreciating, but what do you appreciate that? Never Gambia, Katonda tell him still company the way. He had a reason. He knew. He took time to mold you. So don't disappoint God by starting thinking to be someone else. I want to be standard like Mariam. I'm stand up half because he knew I was going to run around. I'm going to see people. So I could put room. Some everything God made on planet Earth, He thought through. Whether you are tall, He has a reason. Whether you're short, He has a reason. Whether you didn't go to school, He has a reason. Whether you studied too much, He has a reason. There's a reason for everything. You may not know the reasons now, and that's not your work, but the issue is to believe that that is who you are. So, abagala okusoma mujemba somese. Nze nabagamba wenkwatako sikuleka mabega. Obudde simanyi wabugenda kutumala naye kanfunseemu wano katono. Abakatwe gatako Mariam Nabuja, I'm a counseling psychologist, I'm an author, I'm a life coach, I'm a love doctor. Empisonji kuba mutima bwenti nenyigamu akadagala nozuukuka nabagamba mulabanga yansinga mumpite twogere mu katono. It has taken me 14 to 16 years to build what I am now. I've read over 600 and something books, psychology, what, and that is my personal education. So when I talk something, I have deeply researched, and I'm talking authority. Siri mumbozi. So many people do videos about mumbozi. Yeah? They don't research about love. They don't understand what they're talking about. Yeah? They give answers of love according to their personal experiences, which is not. Buli kyebatonda muzo kirina amateeka, tewali kitalina mateeka, era obutamanya tekukugisaako musango. Bonna abatotegedde ba giglos, ba liars, ba narcissists bajja kukuba, era ojja bafumbirwa, era ojja kuyita mu bitwayogera, tokikugisaako musango. So okumanya should be a foundation of a confident woman. Imagine omukazi nanze. Laba ebitabo byembagambe, ate byembagambyeko bitono. I've read since 2001. Nga sirina mu kusoma bintu bya class, personal improvement. And I made a dedication. There is no day, may God strike me, I don't read something new. Tekibeeranga ne. Ne bwe mba ndi mulwadde, laba mbadde ennaku nga 7 ndi mulwadde. Naye era ngenda ne scrolling bwenti. I want to learn something new because every day the mind must grow or it dies. Kakati abatali ku mukutu guno zibasaase. Mubere muzi mistakes zammwe, muzimalemu emyaka mingi, nze bulonda omuntu alina ebizibu ngamba oli musasula mutango. Penalty for not possessing your head. You will pay. Hero health, ojja kuba olwala. Loss of peace of mind, tomanyi mazima, tomanyi obeera nga tolina mirembe. Fear, worry, hunger, bijja kwambala. Jealousy, gwajjo kyawa banno. Envy, gwawalana, because you didn't possess yourself. And lastly, you will choose the wrong person to love. Wano otaguse otandika kuwasa bwe gwosanga. Y'ensonga y'omukutu guno. We take care of your social needs. The social dimension, it is a wide dimension. Era abananga up to the end, mujja kwa kimujja okufuuka. You're going to become counselors one day at choice, of course. So, tweyongereyo. Twogera ku self-confidence okwekkiririzaamu nga omukwano guweddewo. How do you believe in yourself again? Self-confidence eringa esteem naye tebifaanagana. Confidence okubanga osobola okuyimirira mu bantu nga zifu tewali kyabaddewo. Naye ngewa eri byatabukadde n'ovaayo nga luswala. How do you maintain your self-confidence after a breakup? So, please note, ekigamba self-confidence tekijja naturally. Teri gwe bazaala nga ali confident. Nti bamuzaala ali confident. It is something we cultivate. In my classes, I always tell ladies, the foundation of a successful counselor lies in confidence. You'll go to address people who are richer than you, more beautiful than you are, more smart than you are, and yet you have to make them listen to you. So if you don't build your self-confidence, oyinza okuyimbira boti mubantu ne bakumira nga bagaga n'ogamba mama ngenda kwogera ki nze nina kaki ne weegoba wennyini ku muzindaalo. So when we break up in relationships, marriage, engagement, bakukyayikyayo datings abanazi bayitirivu, otandika okuluzinga confidence okwekkiririzaamu. So let us look at, I think I'll just give you 3 ways. Is it 5? Yeah. How you build your self-confidence. So number 1, give yourself some tough love. Wandi Kao, Kagoya, Aisha Jamil. Give yourself some tough love. So don't sit there starting to converse with your brain. Ojukire munango mwami, ndiakali bannange, yandeseewo, n'atwala bino, yajja kuseneza. Every time you're wasting time in rehearsal of ebyabaawo, the other person has moved ahead. No kwasa inzo bagenda kuwasa. You're wasting your time. So don't waste your time in finding out the details of somebody who hurt you and how they hurt you and why they did hurt you. It does not work. It doesn't matter. Kubanga eddakiika eyo akuchaye bigenze. Then okutula onogamba kati kantula ontandike why omwami ebyo biwoziwozi. You're wasting time. So give yourself tough love. How do we give this tough love? Don't focus on the liar or loser. Come to terms with the problem. Ogabe, yes. People choose to leave. Time comes when a relationship has to change. Relationship change with time. People change because of situation, time, problems, locations. There are a lot of reasons that you may not even know. So if he cheated, lied you, and used you many times, and it is making you feel unworthy, instead say, he is just a bad guy. Tango gamba, maybe I munazi. Waba kunza agenda kumulala, waba kujena agenda kujamiri, waba agenda ku kaboya. So he's just bad. Some people are just bad. It is not your problem. You cooked, you got babies for him, you gave him S3X every time he wants, you were clean, he chose to leave. That's not your problem. So rebuild it back, Ogambenti. He was a bad person, she was a bad person, I was good, I only gave my love to one person. Where going? So, togeza ku second guessing yourself. You are intelligent, you are lovable, you're beautiful, you're educated, you are lucky, you just chose the wrong person. And that is not part of your problem. Why? Because it is just a story. You will soon forget them with time. So stop thinking that all guys are users, no liars. What do you want to just think says cheating is a way of life. Naja ne womekeza what no mukiriza. Oba wakayingira banga bichi Jenna ani Anita Rita no gamba. You are not the problem, sweetheart. They are just the wrong people for you. So regain yourself back. Ogambe, I dated the wrong man. I'm not the problem. They are. And don't take that blame on you. We are going to give yourself tough love by mentioning those words. So, another one. Avoid unrealistic expectations from men. Perfect. Perfection is in the world of Photoshop as a program where people are retouched with a few clicks of the mouse. There's no perfect person. Image of perfection. Smell a rat. The rat is smelling. So be realistic and stop those unrealistic. I want a man who is tall, who is educated, with a huge bank balance. I think I'm not cheating. And he sleeps in the high end of town and is there waiting for me, single, waiting for the day I'm going to come. That is very unrealistic. It is unrealistic. So where was it? Is this the reality? Oli wagamba nti sina mukyala naye nina sente nnyingi nnyo sizaalangako naye waliwo karati akasimeeringa mu maaso awo karati kagenda kusimeeringa mu maaso awo gambe now I understand why he was single. Perhaps he's a Casanova. They never have women for relationships. He's a lady killer. He appears so perfect and every woman and then ayingira yalawe ekiriyo ogenda ogamba bannange temugendayo ng'obudde bugeze n'omulala ayingira. They never run out of women because they are impressing, they are confident, they are attractive, they smell so well. So it is not your problem if you meet a Casanova and you fall for them. It's a story for every woman who he has dated. So whatever engaging treated so much in perfection, something is not right. The rat is smelling. Just wait for that rat. So avoid unrealistic expectation if you're going to have your self-confidence back. So number 4, adjust your dating attitude. How do you adjust your dating attitude? Tonoonya musajja atuukiridde mugagga ali single nga ate alina bank balance nene, alina ebizibu. Find a man with a job, perhaps. Somebody who shows a future of work. Somebody who can even wake up to go and work. He may not be rich, but he may have potential of a future good man. Is he employed? Does he pay his bills on time? Are you attracted to him? Binebya huge bank balance. The bank balance is over the bakazi nga munana. Mwina mujiri yango bwe muti. Aliba talina omwali owninga. Those are very unrealistic expectations from a man. So adjust your dating attitude. Tandika kulowooza nti a man you may love may not be that very rich man in town. He may not be a Donald Trump, but he may be a good man. Don't look for that too much of perfection. So how do you adjust this dating attitude? Okukyusa. Stop looking for perfect people. Tibaliyo. I want a woman with a small waist. Who has lips like for Mariam. Wewe ngo bamudwala. Atoyinza okutaswana bills. Lipstick gwakozesa mitwala 25. Oyinza okukwata zirina. So, stop looking for perfect people. Stop looking for people who are too rich. When it comes to a relationship, listen to me. What matters is trust and love. Tekijja kukasa kubeera na mwami mugagga nnyo nga tomwesiga. Nga gwafuna ennyumba ogamba ha oba agenda kudda kansabe busabi. Range Rover we natukire Kampala nga yalengedde dda owakabina ayinza obutadda. So put love and trust as a foundation of finding people to settle down with, than thinking that money. Banange sente zo muziraba. Tujja kwogera about money and love ne Farida one time. Please attend that show. Mujategera sente kizirimu mu one. It's not what you see. So consider a guy who is employed and who is working. Star abanga ina vision, ina focus, ina bambi nga ali ku momentum. Oye musajja. Naye okusanga abagwedda. So stop dating jacks and losers. Don't think that all nice guys are boring. There are women who are addicted to losers and liars. Yenga udira bamucha mulanti bakuwanika omwoyo bwe bati uli wakulimba bwati nonyigamu and you have some makeover. Nebinyuma nnyo. So you can get addicted to that thing. Because muina kutukako wire, yagala bakutulako wire. Binyuma, but it can keep you in a long haul of broken relationships. Because you're used to dating liars, losers, gigolos. They are part of your story. They are part of your story. Okay? Why? Into your season. Kanerongo seko. Kansala. Tubuzaida chikantone nyo tumalize. Mariam Naguja, the Ladies Guide. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching the replay. If you're on Facebook, like the page, follow the page and share it. We are always live every Friday at 5 p.m. It's a commitment. Be with us. And today, we are talking about self-esteem. How to improve it, how to maintain it, how to get it, how you lose it, and then you regain this part of life. To get, happiness. Improving self-esteem. So, bw'olabanga obulamu bwo bujjudde abantu abakukyankalanyiza, oyagadde abantu baganya okwagala nga bw'oyagala, ng'olina definition ya love ndala nabo bakuwa ndala, wakyayibwa bufumbo bwagaana etc. I always remind you that is part of the story. That's not who you are. Who you are is the inside part of kyekyakulaeta kunsi kuno. So, waliwo ensonga lwaki women believe they don't deserve love. I don't know why. Oli wamala okukyawa atandikuluza nno agenda okujja tagenda mwagala kubanga oli yamuganya ensooka. Why do women think that way? That they don't deserve love? One, if your ex didn't want you, who will? Ekirowoozo ekyo. omwami yankyawa yanzalamu nadduka ani alintwala n'abaana bange bano. Lie. It's a lie. I told you love is spiritual, sex is biological. Love, two spirits meet, they connect. It doesn't matter whether you're tall, short, single mother, single father. Somebody loves you for who you are, not what you have. You start thinking, if I were different, perhaps if I had big eyes, he could love me. If I had big lips, he could love me. If I had a big bum, perhaps. Lie. Nobody changes another in a relationship. Relationship is about realizing who the person is and deciding to accept them or not. Mu Luganda, okola okwatagana n'omuntu tekiriiko nti oli gw'olonze ogenda kumukyusa nti bw'anaafuna akabina ngenda mwagala, bw'anaafuna big back balance nkole nnyo omukyala ajja kunjagala. You just get somebody and accept. Okkiriza bukkiriza kye bali. Oba oba tobakkiriza ng'omulekawo ng'ofuna gwe gw'olowooza gw'onakkiriza. That is liberating. Tufune emotional peace, which leads to emotional happiness. Nabagamba, as to obwongo tebutereera obw'omukyala, if the mind is upside down because of emotional entanglements, it can kill everything else in your life, including your relationship with family and friends, your relationship with your bosses, your work. You may put the tools down. No gamba sijja nakola kansooke nkabemu wano. Mutuufu simanyi kyantuukako musawaza okukola. Loss of productivity. And that's why I say many organizations are suffering low productivity because abaana be employing abaana balina emotional issues. I've called one telecom company nga mbasaba data owa internet. Naye nga abola bakwata nagamba, hello, yes, okay, how can I help you, madam? Please, I want you to I want to pay for data. Okay, let me get back to you. Not at that. 3 people. That mind is and the company is paying these people their salary, and they're not productive. They're not productive. So many companies are losing money on workers, human resource. Ngaba writer emotional issues. It doesn't work. So don't change yourself for someone. Never do it. Okay? Be you. Who loves you will accept you for who you are, and they will never change you. Because when you change yourself, you've cloned yourself into what you want, and you'll never live in harmony with self. Another reason why people don't think they don't deserve love, especially women, is they say, if I was only smarter, I would have not dated a gigolo. If I was only... No woman is smart in love. By the time I become the lady's guide, Nabagamba story and 67. It will be a biography. See we would cut. Right now, let's sit in the bus. To some men. Said a story yange. Wakana kiriza nze kamba oche nina. Mulinde ku 67 bawandike story yange. Ojo gamba, wow. She was really a strong woman. So it's not about how smart you are. Smart people have been duped. It doesn't even matter whether you are a magistrate to court. A fool can use you, abuse you, ngolina magistrate kwa so many sango court. Oyina jana azanya kutima ko bwati. So it's not how smart you are. No. Not at all. So making mistakes is part of the game in dating. You grow your muscles. Omwami nazalebwa n'otumbira bwoti bagenda okugamba nti tumulengedde wali kubbala n'omuwala nga kirina ekyokuzaala kyakutumbiza dda kwegamba labba bandi baba agireega bwe bati nekuwaayo nga nekyakola kikyakunyiiza ogamba ebyo nabiwulira ddala ate mune yazaala munneeyimba waliwo ekisuka ekyo. So every time you go through these mistakes in dating, they are preparing your emotional strength for another problem. Abantu abamu abayise ebizibu tobalaga banyenye. A person like me, I've gone through a lot. To shake me, you must be a man or a woman and a half. Because rubber band nagireega dda bweti negwayo kati ogenda okuleta akazibu nga ndaba kazibuzibu. It's just a small thing. So whenever you date a liar, a user, a gigolo, you made a mistake, don't say you're not smart. Stop that word. You are learning the tricks of the trade in dating. Next time, you'll date smarter. And no problem will ever bring you down. Watch it. Bakulega dano kwayo. Chechu lwaki abaana abakulidde mu bizibu ogenda okutuuka abafudde mu bizibu ogenda omutuusa mu bintu ebiranga agamba ebyo nabiraba ddala sinakudda mu kyalo twalimanga ku makya twatambulanga engendo mu nsozi bwajja mu Kampala wano okukola baaba they mean business. And then people say, those people have money, they are favored by the regime. No. Bakulira mu nsozi, they were challenged by situations. This is a joke. So their excellence is natural. It has been trained by time. By time. Kati watuka mbine byokola bine bya office worker bichi kuyiya sende mu maduka kola businesses, they are very sharp. So this is play. So even you, when you go through trouble with the relationships, with a man, with a woman who used you, abused you, you have put your emotional muscles tight. Endurance. So do not call yourself that you aren't smart. As we are ending this session on self-esteem, how to improve it when it is totally lost. Allow yourself to grieve. To grieve, it is okay to grieve, but don't too long. We have work to do. You have companies to take care of. You have saloons, boutiques to take care of. To run your mukabila love. Simulimu. Create a space of healing and understanding. Mistakes those take it. Surround yourself with close friends and family. Abakwagala. Dress the way you want. Feel good. Go for that haircut. Yambala kete koyagala. Kahiring koyagala. Weguloka lipstick. Don't give up on yourself. I told you that was just part of the story. That is not you. Be mindful of how you think. Don't bring yourself down. You're not worthless. You're not ugly. You're not unsmart. You just dated a liar, a loser, and that was them. That wasn't your problem. And be kind to yourself. So, practice self-care. Genda komu spa. Baku massaging zawulirwa amakaga ku makya genda mu spa. Positive emotion, soothing spot, those are my partners for life. Mugende ku positive emotion, the soothing spot, they give you the best service. Ngende mbiri ziri wasting koyi na kuja ku live stream. Mvayo nga nzenda akasusu bakaziza obwe bati. Self-care. Read a book. It will make you feel better. Go for that nail parlor. Kula kubwala. Buli kyowulirako oyagala kikole. Eat well. Take a trip. Togezaga manti gundi bakubreakiza omutima nodda mulino webaka. Nokaba. You're worsening the situation. Write a journal. Nabagamba nakola akatabo kano ngamba mukakanyo busungu. Wowulyanga omwami akuleze. Bananga akulesewo azadde bakoze ekyakoze kigamba dear God. Wandika baluwa. This is me. Nancy Bugajen, I've come to you to tell you, the man I love never loved me. What can I do? When you write a letter down, no juwandikira katonda oba mama obani, that pouring of emotions on paper, it has a healing process inside. Because the mind is put on paper, and don't forget fingers and the head, they're connected. It will be history. You'll find healing within. You'll forgive them. You'll forgive yourself. Never walk on and upload in them to be a 1980. No, you're going to 1999. No, you're going to 2003. No, so the journal helps you to put out your emotions. Journaling means a journey to life. Journaling means putting your thoughts on paper that you may forget. So when a man hurts you, don't abuse them. Don't make a home scene. Write them into journal. Now one how to write a journal? Nabagamba mu emotional happiness inga maliza. There is no other therapy in human intelligence than journaling. Everyone will listen when you're talking, but they won't come into you to hear you. Journaling is a sure way. Abatamanyi how to journal, get Ladies Guide to Emotional Happiness. It is in Aristoc and all major bookshops. Uganda bookshop, every other bookshop in your area. Bakaina katawabo. Mugende musome how to journal to emotional health. Ojja kunyumirwa obufungu. Ng'omwami akomawo bushya n'otamunyega n'omuwandika mu journal n'osirika. N'opa make up. Akwamba whistling on the song n'agamba ntandabye. Nga yajjanga I can show you journal from 2010, but then Panika journal. And now, 10 years and above, it means it's a way of life. It will improve emotions. It will keep you happy. It will give you healthy thoughts. Journal your boss. Journal your job. Journal your experiences with friends. As a friend betrayed you, journal them. Because you can never take back the words you've spoken. Once a word is released, you have to live up to it. Journaling. So, take a dating sabbatical. So ko umulemo ku dating. Olanga bikusobedde asajja bakubye nnyo kitegeeza. Waliwo kyotategedde. Wummulamoko. Okuwummula is okay. You can be single for 1 year. You can be single 2 years. You can be single for 6 months. It is okay. The world will never understand why you're single. They will always want you. Oyafumbirwa ddi atubulire. Obufumbo bwagana neddako tebakupakusa. Gamba, I've taken a dating sabbatical. Sabbatical tegeeza obanga nze Sunday n'okugaka mpolemu. Netegeeza omuzannyo gwo. Omala okomawo ng'owummudde muwummulemu. Bw'olaba ng'abantu bakozesezza obwoyi, take a sabbatical owummulemu. Ogambe kansooke neetegereze. Lwaki ndeetinga balayanzi? Lwaki buli ajja ndekana mwana n'adduka? Wummulamu. Ate okuwummula kitegeeza mufune ebyayo by'okukola. Temugufuula mulimu. Tinoonya musajja wa kumpasa. Mufuuke omulimu. Mwinayo omusajja awasa kokoko abange oyo waliwo awasa eno. It's not a job. Find visions, find aspirations, have hobbies in your life. That love is just a resting area. Forgive your ex. Basonyiwe. Nabati omanyi kyabatuukako. Nabagambye wiiki ewedde nabakubira akayimba to all the guys I've loved before. The guy was singing that he's very sorry he never married you. You walked into his doors. You took care of him. You're now somebody else's wife. I am very sorry. The winds of change blew me. Kiagamba. And I married someone else. So learn to forgive. Mubere n'omutima omukakamu okusonyiwa abasajja. Okitegeera tebamanya uki abatuukako. I told you a man is a sex being. I told you in my book, why do they want sex? Why do they cheat? Why? You must know why. Whatever. Mubasonyiwe. But don't put pressure on men to hurt them because bakuleseewo n'ogamba nja kumulaga andeka wate. And then you dig two graves. N'ogenda okuwolera okulwana naawe n'ofiirayo. Munoonyere this feeling relationship. You understand the true mindset of a man. Mubasonyiwe. Lastly, avoid stalking your ex. N'okuba essimu omukozi n'omubuuza ajja sawa mmeka. Owaaye era anka amaze ennaku bbiri n'okaaba taliiwo. Kale taliiwo yasuzeewa. N'ogenda n'okeera ku social media bw'oti ng'apostinze cake bagisala n'omuwala. N'oga yaproposize kale n'andekawo another level. N'ogamba kakatya kangende ku status nkebereyo ku Watsapp status. Ogakwanga apozinga bw'ati. Bali mu kawayini. N'ogamba oli musambya nerabira dda. Abasajja bannange bazibu. Stop stalking your ex. You know what? When somebody chooses to live your life, when somebody chooses not to love you, blocking them is even better. Don't go to their Facebook pages. Don't go to their WhatsApp status. That doesn't matter. You're hurting yourself. So the healing process should be avoid stalking your ex. Instagram posts, asking friends about what is going on. Chechi genda maso ya waso asura wakati ojaka. It will only worsen the situation, and like I said, it will increase your bitterness. Lastly and most importantly, ngangenda basigula, find some help. Get a private counselor to walk your healing journey with you. Counselors help to rebuild your self-esteem. We cannot know how we do it, but we are trained to do it. Seek professional help. Pressure. Hello, mama. Don't call your mother to give her shocking news about your love story. You're the child. Know where to take your problems. Genda obinyumize bakansala. Genda mu mizikiti. Genda mu church mu pastor, but don't take problems to where and they're supposed to be. Ashaming your friend, your husband in his relatives. No bakubira bana ba in-law. Hello, munange mtaji ono banange anti nange agenda zara mu ba in-laws bali ba relatives. No muswaza. You're telling information to the wrong people. So where do you go for help? You need help. Get a professional counselor to become your friend. Abagamba mulekera okwata bakansala number fula mutuli mulimu. Make me your friend. I will solve your problems. Many people don't pay my services. They're my friends. Ngomukube n'ogamba njaka kwera mukona munange kakachiriwe kitologoza otya. Tagenda kugeya alaba abantu bangi 1 2 tajja kujajinga ulide ebizibu bingi tuwulidde ebizibu ebiyitiridde nti ogenda okungamba nga ndaba that's a pocket change. Get help. Mwebale kumpuliriza. Till next week. Tunonye omulamu kwa Apple. And we shall give you a program for the whole Apple. Happy Women's Month. And as we are ending this month, I always remind you, a woman's self-esteem is her shield. Bitterness is a perfume which is so bitter and bad smelling that men can smell you a mile away and they take off. So avoid bitterness after a breakup. Forgive your ex. It is not your problem that you dated liars. They chose to be. It is not your problem that they walked away. They were not worth of your love. Believe in yourself. Don't lose your self-esteem over anybody. Anyone in life. Be you. Never change for anyone else. Be the person and the woman that God created you to be. Believe in you. And then your life is going to be full of emotional happiness. You're going to look at life and go forward. Beating me down. You must bring a nail in the head. When you're quarreling with me, you're quarreling over 700 books. I know what to answer you. And I know how to deal with you perfectly. Thank you so much. Until next week, same time, 5 o'clock. I look forward to receiving you. Share this syllabus with other friends and family. Share the message with your loved ones, and then we shall have a happy self-esteem and a high one where we shall enjoy our lives. Once again, I'm Mariam Naguja, the Ladies Guide. Subscribe to this channel in case you're watching the show. Like the page, Mariam Naguja page. You get this notification in the future, and many people are finding value in these videos. Thank you so much. I'm a counseling psychologist, and I always remind you, I'm best at what I'm doing, very passionate, I skilled it, and this is why I'm on earth. See you next week, 5 p.m., same time on Friday. I look forward to receiving you. Thank you so much, and I will always love you. Bye.